What is going on, everyone? I am the Intellivision Gamer, and I am here with the Intellivision Show, Episode 6. We have retro news as always. We're going to have the Star Strikers on, and we're going to have a live game challenge. It gives us a little bit of time to practice for the Thursday League. It also gives us a live game challenge. We're going to have a good discussion on the future Super Pro Horse Racing homebrew game and features that you guys think would like to have in there. And also, we're going to go over and talk of all the things that I've come up with and a few of my friends that have sent me messages. And we're going to end the night with a game of Horse Racing Live with a guest, Cyrus Martin. He's the original guy, I believe, that was doing the Horse Racing Live events. And he's going to be on there to help me today. So let's go ahead and say hello to everyone in chat. We've got IR Geek. Hello. We've got David. We've got Jesse, Ivory Tower Collections. That is the guy from the interview, Modding Consoles and Repair. Does great work. Roger Matthews, Psycho Stormtrooper. Here is Sean on his personal account again. Rickster 8. What is going on? Believe that. Eric Lamb, you made it. Welcome, sir. Salvador. Welcome. And of course, Cyrus, an Intellivision dude. All right, guys. So first up, Retro Mountain Gaming. Hello, PJ. We're going to go over the Intellivision news. Like always, even if I only have a few things, I'd like to, make it a regular thing and go over everything I have for the week. We have some new games still being sold. We have the Ghostbusters Ultimate Edition. You can get your copy. Don't want to mess this one up. Let me see if I can put the email in. I don't really know how to stick something up on the screen. I've never done that before, so I'm just going to type it in and see if I can highlight my own chat. gb.orders2024@gmail.com. I can. So right there, that is the email to order Ghostbusters Ultimate Edition. The sales are going to end March 24th. And I do have an update. If you guys were watching Papa Pete just before this, he did go over it as well. But for those of you that weren't there, if it doesn't reach the 99 carts, he's going to number them on the inside with a marker. And it's going to be 1 through 99. He's going to mix them up. We're all going to get a random number. We're going to get a game. No more cartridges will ever be sold. There's not going to be a ROM. It's going to be on a JLP board. So to my knowledge to date, nobody has dumped a game off of a JLP board. So let me see. I didn't miss anything. I believe that's it. So, I think we can get to this goal. I know that there's already been other versions, but this is a totally different game. So it's not the same game as the other Ghostbusters releases. Those are phenomenally packaged games. I got both of them behind me, especially the last one. This one is a totally different game. I think we can reach the goal. Everyone go get a copy, and we'll get to that CIB, because a lot of us collectors, we want that CIB treatment. And, this is a game that, really deserves to be supported. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch Papa Pete's video. He's the only one I know playing it already. The game looks phenomenal. So Intellivision dude says he only buys ROMs. Well, that is an option. If it gets to 99, we're going to get a CIB treatment, and you're going to get a ROM and some other goodies. I like the ROM too, but being a collector, I like the CIB. A Napoleonic Wars. That's a Brian's Man Cave game. That's another game that is, still for sale. It's basically a Stratego board game. It looks really good. It's a lot of good enhancements. Check out Brian's Man Cave or Mike's Gaming Gala. There's a lot of good videos on there. And I'll throw up the email here so you guys can see it. Where to go here? This one is homebrewinc@hotmail.com. So I'll do the same thing I did. All right, so there is the email to order Napoleonic Wars, homebrewinc@hotmail.com. Shoot them a message if you're interested in the game. It's really good. What is going on, Pierre? So the next one I have is Kevin Schultz weekly game challenge in the Intellivision Dudes Facebook group, Intellivision Invasion. So last week, everyone was playing Centipede. Now, this week, it is Sharp Shot, and it runs through this Sunday. So the winner of Centipede was Rick Weidman, and he scored 116,950, which just happened to be a little over twice the score of second place. So that's like total domination for Centipede. I know Intellivision Dude, he likes Centipede. I can't remember if he likes it on Intellivision or not, but he does like Centipede. Jim, welcome. The 1985 Intellivision Sea Battle World Champion in the house. Welcome. I did not know that. So one other thing is there was a small bug found in Dragon's Quest, and it was actually by Intellivision Dude. So let me go over to that. I want to show you guys. Share my screen here. Get a little quicker at this. So here we go. There is a website, Atariage. I'm sure you guys all know of it. And Intellivision Dude posted it up here. This is the thread for Dragon Quest. And here it is. He says, February 17th. I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but when I was playing it the other day and was fighting the green dragon, and if he killed me, I got warped back to, Tantagel Castle, which is normal. But if I left the castle grounds, I wasn't right next to the castle, but it warped me right back to the swamp cave. I'm not sure if that's an intended mechanic or a glitch. And then a little bit after that, you have Luke coming in that it's a newly discovered bug. So this one is not worthy of a recall. It's a very minor bug. But if you would like to get your boards fixed, you can send your game to Luke, and with return shipping also, and he will redo the game to version 1.1, which is a new one. And if you've got the ROM and you're a ROM guy only, I'm going to show you what you need to do. Let me see if I need to switch to the other tab here. I really need to find a quicker way for this. All right, so now we're going to be on IntellivisionCollector.com. So if you want to download the new version of the ROM, he reset everyone that ordered it. And if you go, you're logged in and you go to the arrow by your name here and you go to digital downloads. And then this is going to show you all the ROMs that you've ordered. And right here, this means I've downloaded already. I have one download for one available. So on yours, you would just find Dragon, which is right here in the middle, and it should say 0 of 1. And you should have a little button below view details. I've already done mine, so it's not there. And you just click download and you'll get the new 1.1 version of the game. And if for some reason yours doesn't show up, just send him an email or a message, and I'm sure he will take care of that for you. Get the new version of the ROM. All right. Couple other things I want to show you guys. I thought it was cool to show, different expos that are around, and because some of you guys, we're all over the world, and some of these are far from me, but they might be close to some of you. Say hi to a few more people here. Kurt Bradshaw, what is going on? Welcome. Stu, what is going on? You didn't miss too much yet. Just a few minutes here. But next, I want to show you guys two expos that are, I think one's in Wisconsin and one was in Arizona. I'll show you guys. You guys can check them out. If you live close by or you want to check it out, make sure if you go, send me pictures, give me some information. I'd love to put it on the news. So the first one I have is the Midwest Gaming Classic. Let me pop that up here, show you guys. All right. There we go. Let me make sure that's up. Here we go. This is the website, MidwestGamingClassic.com. It is April 5th to 7th. I don't even know how you say that. Bard Center. And there's a lot of information. They have YouTube. So if you go to the bottom of this one, you can email. There's Facebook. They have a YouTube account, Instagram. They're on Twitch. So this one, pretty much any way you want to get a hold of anyone, It's 200,000 square feet of retro and modern home video game consoles, pinballs, arcades, card games, tabletop, board games. There's a lot more too. Those are just the main ones that I took note of. So definitely give that one a check. Again, that one's April 5th and 7th. You got a little bit of time for that one. So the next one is actually sooner. Let me share this back and forth stuff. Where is the other one? So this one, share it here. Game On Expo. And here is the website. There's also a Facebook for this one as well. Go check it out. This one's a lot sooner. This one is March 15th and 17th, so it's coming up pretty soon here. They have all the good information, a lot of information on both these sites. I would definitely be checking them out if I was anywhere close to any of these. PRGE is pretty much the only one I can make it to unless it's a freak year. The wife, and still stay married, of course. With younger kids and the wife, if I was gone to all these, I would be in a lot of trouble. But this one is John Riggs is going to be there, and it is Arizona's premier gaming and anime event, and it's at the Phoenix Convention Center. So again, go check this one out if you're close by, close enough to go drive to it anyway. And if you do, as always, send me pictures, information. I would love to see some, if they have like a little program or something, I'd love to see pictures of that. Definitely would like to make it to one of those. Arizona, I could probably do. If I coupled it with a trip to my mother-in-law and my wife's siblings in Texas, I might be able to pull that one off, either on the way or the way back. So last thing I have for you guys, I don't have a whole lot for cool things on eBay, but there's one new thing I wanted to show you guys, and I can't remember if I told you guys about the sticker wraps. So there was someone selling wraps for the Intellivision. I don't think I have a console super close. So both gold things, they make for certain games. You can buy wraps for the sides and those stickers that go on the front for your favorite games. I thought those are cool, so I bought one. It's actually sitting over there. I'm going to show it to you guys next week. I'm going to do a mail call segment in next week's video along with an interview. So that's there. I'm going to show you guys. I bought one just to look at it and show it off. Now, this week I saw something new, and I wanted to show you guys as well. I thought they were kind of cool. They don't have all the games yet, but there's a good amount of them. So these are custom game cases, and there's only 10 to 15 games, but let me show you inside here. This is the inside without the game. It's a universal case, and then I believe that inner gray piece is 3D printed. And this is what it looks like with the Intellivision cartridge in it. So yesterday when I found this, I ordered one. And as soon as it gets here, that next show, I'll show it off. But they are on eBay. Let me see who it is here. Sergeant Moe's Retro Games and Mod Shop. So it's someone that does a lot of business. 6281 for feedback. And let me go show you guys real quick. I'm on eBay every day. You think I'd be a little quicker than that? I usually do it on my phone, though, not the computer. So I'm just going to search Intellivision. That should bring up all of these. So they have Vectron, Utopia. Make sure that's still showing. Yep. Mazatron, Tron Deadly Disc, Triple Action. I ordered Tower of Doom. I didn't see a lot of the rare type games. That's the one I really wanted to see of these. Tennis, Sub Hunt, Star Strike, Space Hawk, Space Battle, Space Armada, Snafu Skiing, Sharp Shot, Shark, Sea Battle, Roulette with that's a different back of the box. Reversey, Bowling, Night Stalker, Hockey, Soccer, Mission X, Master of the Universe, Locomotion. I believe they've added some because there wasn't this many when I was looking, I don't think. Block and Chase, Poker and Blackjack. Hey, there's horse racing, Game of the Hour. Golf, Frog Bog, Football, Buzz Bombers, Burger Time, Boxing, Basketball, Baseball, Auto Racing, Astro Smash. Yeah, they've definitely added some. And even one for the GameCube replacement for Intellivision Lives. So I thought those cases were cool. like my buddy Sean said, they might be really good to have on your shelf back here if all games are available for the games you're actually playing, so you're not getting in and out of your boxes all the time. Or if you don't have boxes, you know, it's like they're not that expensive for what they are. Yeah. PJ says, good Lord, that's a lot of cases. Yeah, there weren't that many when I found it and bought mine. They've definitely added more. So let's see. Stu says, I love doing custom covers for games, DVDs, CDs, whatever. And Kurt says, I saw a Christmas Carol and Piggy Bank on eBay. Are you talking about the whole games? It's like, yeah, there's at least one Christmas Carol, and the Piggy Bank one. The Piggy Bank game's like $600, so I believe it's that alternate box. I don't have that one yet, but One Hat Man's supposed to be getting me that box. I'm hoping he eventually does. All right, guys. So that's all I have for news, minus the bowling part. And for that, we have the Star Strikers here. So I'm going to bring them on stage. Welcome, Cyrus, and welcome, PJ.
Hi, everybody.
Yo.
So I just wanted to go over the game scores because we actually had a somewhat decent week. So normally we've been getting our butts kicked, and the week before last was week 4, and I think we tied 4-4. Let me find these here. So last week was week 5, and this is the Intelligivision sponsored bowling league, and the homebrews are leading still 26 points to 14. So 2 points a game and 2 points for the total team score. So there is 8 points a week, and we did really bad the first few, man. I was choking big time. I know several of those losses are on mine. I think about it all week. But, you know, this week, catch it on Papa Pete right after Go Game Go. This will be week 6. It's a 8-week series. And then we're going to have a couple weeks for playoffs. We're not sure what that's going to look like yet, but there will be a few more weeks after that. So week 5 results, definitely not memorizing all these. Jeff bowled a 598, DJC a 573, Pete a 613, Cyrus had a 481, PJ Smith and myself 636. So the team scores, we took 2 of the 3, and the team score was decided by 2 pins after all those games. We had 1786. Homebrews had 1784. So we won by 2 pins.
Nice.
Finally got that. First time we've won the total score. And Papa Pete with another really impressive score. Single player high score 266. Just to give you an idea what it takes to beat a 266, I believe you have to have all strikes, 1 like 8 or 9 spare, and maybe like the last ball, the 12th throw, maybe be like an 8 or a 9. It's near perfect game. It's going to be really hard to beat them. And PJ and myself had the high series at 636. We actually tied. So
I think we're going to have to start looking up like some secrets that he has and use them against him. Like, hey, if you don't want this stuff to come out, Pete, you know, I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
Sure would be a shame if people found out.
One thing I've noticed, man, they are all 3 on fire that first game. That's the game they always win.
Yeah, they come out of the box strong.
And they, like the week before, we won 2 of the games, and they annihilated us by like 50 pins on the total score. I'm like, it's because they all 3 had an amazing first game. They're all 3 great bowlers. So you guys ready to throw down a game challenge for Striker Super Pro Bowling?
I think I am.
All right. Go ahead and we're going to switch on over. We're going to bowl 1 game for you guys. It will only take a few minutes with all the strikes we're about to throw down.
Are we playing bowling right now? Okay.
So let me get to my striker here. The one thing I forgot to do, all the prep I've done, and I forgot to have the game ready.
Uh-oh. I didn't realize we were doing bowling. Hang on.
All right, give you a second. I'll catch up with chat here. David, we do have a handicap. I believe Pete has it set at 150. So right now, Cyrus has a very small handicap. We all keep getting better, including Cyrus. His handicap is near nothing now. So we're almost pretty much a scratch series at this point. But yeah, there is a handicap. Stu, Magic Cocoa Dust. IR Geeks clapping. Magic, Salvador says Magic Cocoa Dust or cat litter. I just had to buy a whole bunch of cat litter. We have 2 cats, and my wife uses the tubs, and we go get the refills at the local pet store. That stuff's heavy. She brings me so I can carry it.
Oh,
Cyrus is ready.
Hang on.
All right, guys. So we're doing what we always do: bowling, slickness 0, ball weight, whatever you want. Right-handed only. Left-handed bowling was barred in the league because it's really easy to get near 300 every single time.
Verboten.
So right hand is actually a lot more fun. Yes, sir. I'm going to show that off right after this.
So we're just going to go.
He already knows what I'm going to show. This will only take about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to show you guys my new toy. A lot of you guys have already seen it, but I'm going to show you. I wanted to do a video on it. That's going to come next week. So, all right, guys, you ready? We're just going to go, all 3 of us.
All
Are we waiting on each other, or are we just going to roll through it? Okay.
Just roll through our games, and we'll pause at the end. And whoever gets a high score is the winner of this one.
Oh, boy. All right.
I accidentally moved the wrong button. See if I can. Oh, whew. I moved my feet, and I never do that.
Son.
Ah, damn it.
Uh-oh.
Airball.
So I gotta say, the bowling league. I mean, and I know they're gonna let more people on. If there's people that have a way to play, it is so much fun. I look forward to that. I'm looking at the camera like y'all can see me. I'm having so much fun as everyone else is. This bowling league and the competition. It's so much fun.
It's been a hoot. I love this league.
Uh-oh. Oh, the dreaded split.
Nice, Cyrus.
Oh, David, are you? If you're talking about Striker, there will be more copies of the game. I guarantee it. Watch for Rev posting it. Also, you need to watch his eBay. I mean, he doesn't even tell me all the time. Sometimes you just got to be watching. He loves that people just finding it.
I think I missed this one. Yep.
So this is the split I seem to leave all the time. Usually I have the 7-pin in there as well. So this is the 4-9. Oh, boy. I know how to pick it up, but it doesn't mean you can all the time. Oh, just a little bit off.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that was lucky.
At least it wasn't
That
a
was
split.
so lucky.
No warm-ups. I forgot. I'm trying to remember all my
I should have warmed up.
spots for the pickups. I barely had time to get all the show ready.
Yeah, I should have warmed up. I swear I bowl better on Thursdays.
Well, Cyrus didn't even realize we were playing a game. I was doing the show, so no one really warmed up. Mine wasn't even on, so you know I
You
didn't.
gotta be kidding me. Oh, this is terrible.
I'll catch up with chat in just a second. They're getting way ahead of me, so.
Nope. Dang. I'm doing so bad. This is just comical at this point.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, so join the league and just vault to the top of the league. Just go ahead and join, people.
You'll do well. I mean, look at this.
So this is the new game from Intelligenvision, published by Intellivision Revolution. Right now, there's none available, and I don't think David is selling the ROM yet. I will reach out to him and ask him, because I've had a lot of people asking me, can I get the ROM? So he sponsored this league, and he sent all of us the ROM so we could play it for the league. It'd be nice if it was available while people are seeing it so they can purchase it.
Thank God.
Roger says it seems lacking cigarette smoke and beer.
Oh, yeah. Roger nailed it.
That's just like your opinion, man. I mean, my score could have been worse. It could have been better, obviously. But
you finished quick, Cyrus.
Well, I was just trying to get it over with because it wasn't good. This is like, it brought back memories, like anxieties from like when I was in school, and the teacher would be like, "All right, so it's the day of the quiz," and I'm like, "What? The what?"
What's going on, Mike? If you guys don't already sub to Mike's Gaming Gala, make sure you do. This guy does some amazing skits at the beginning of his videos. Spends a lot of time and money to do that too. I enjoy.
Yeah, Mike's a good guy.
All right, Casey. We threw it for you. You going to send us the 20 now?
I don't even know why I'm bowling. I've been watching chat. Oh, not that. Get it. Oh, get it. Oh, yeah. Pin action.
Nice score.
Oh, I missed it. I missed the pocket. So 219. So my goal this week, I've had 600 series, 2 or 3 of them, but I've never had all 3 games, be a 200 plus. I'm hoping to get that for this one. So I always seem to choke in the middle game. I really don't know why, but that's what happens.
That's my goal too. What the hell?
All right, so that is the game challenge, and we talked a little bit about bowling again. That is going to be this Thursday, week 6, on Papa Pete's channel, right after Go Game Go. I'm not sure what he's playing, but Thursday is when he plays. Usually it's a Switch game, and then we will be bowling right after that. A lot of us have beers, even though at the beginning you can't see it much after that. Let me catch up with chat here real quick. So, yes, the new toy. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute, the Kiosk Multiplexer. I was lucky enough to be at the right place, right time when someone sent it in a message, and I contacted the person. Luckily, it was like just under 2 hours for me. And Sunday, that's what we did. I took the family on a little road trip, and we went straight there, picked it up, straight home, stopped for lunch. That's how I got on the Olgo with me. Oh, yeah, we had rain here. We had surprise rain a few days ago. That's probably what you're getting. Yep, be on the lookout. There will definitely be more copies of Striker.
Great game. Just a great game.
Roger says, wouldn't that be a great bonus if you could set the smoke thickness in the bowling alley? I would not be bowling in a bowling alley with smoke. That's one thing I can't breathe. Like if you're in like a garage, a small garage, and you're sweeping, it's like, man, I can't breathe. And especially like smoke or something, for whatever reason, that gets me. I'm all right with the alcohol. So let me switch this here. Forgot how to do it. There we go. All right, so this is my new toy. And if you search Kiosk Multiplexer, Lathe 26, and a few other people, they have some videos, and Lathes is very extensive. He tells you all kinds of stuff. So here are all the cartridge slots, and if you put it up closer, I have voice demo, and in the middle 8 are just regular games, and then I can't remember what this one was, if it was just future expansion, but this one is another slot where you can stick another game in. I want to say they said so customers could put their own cartridge in. So this must have been on the side where people could put in the cartridge. So this is the part that plugs into your console, just like a little cartridge. I believe it's the same as for the KC component. It looks like the same cartridge. And this used to hang. You can see the little tabs. Plugs in. Regular cord. This used to hang in the back of the kiosk out of sight. So I'm guessing it must have been on the side for someone to be able to put their cartridge in. So I am going to have a video up soon. I'm going to show it being used. I'm going to take it apart, not fully, but the cover off, take some good pictures, and show it off completely. But I know I posted it everywhere. It's got to be one of my coolest pieces. My other cool piece, I put it on par with this one, my play cable. I wanted one of these for years. There's only 6 known in the world of that kiosk multiplexer, from what I was told by Lathes. He keeps track of all the serial numbers, so I got to send my serial number in to get it on the list. So
and it's time to surprise Casey because we're starting the bids at $10,000. Then I got 10,000.
I remember every service merchandise had one of those things. It was great.
So Kurt, I haven't tried it yet. So part of the excitement, I think, for the video is going to be, does it work? So I'm going to find out the same time. Well, maybe not the exact same time if I'm not live, but I'm going to find out on video. You're going to see my real reaction of it working, not working. I'm going to take pictures and show it all apart. We're going to load it up with a demo cart. After watching Lay's video, like I said, you want to read or see a little bit about it, go watch, and I'll put a link in the description after the show. I've got all the links. Intellivision Dude a couple times gives me crap because I'll say, the link will be in the description. He's all, it's like a week later and there's no link in there. So now as I build it, I'm putting the links in a separate note. And then right after the show, I just copy and paste all the links over, and I'll actually do that right after we go off live. So all the links will be there, and that'll definitely be there. I'll put a link to Lay's video.
Can I make a suggestion real quick?
Yes, sir.
When you get ready to plug that thing in, just keep a fire extinguisher handy, just in case.
So, I was wondering, because why is it out? I thought, well, maybe it was a faulty unit and it got replaced or taken out. But a lot of the kiosks you find, they're taken apart. People have pieces of them. Or like if you search from like a video like 7 years ago, there's a guy that has a kiosk. I forget where he is. I've seen it many times. He doesn't have this component in his. His kiosk is like mint condition, amazing, but there's no plexer in it. Let me catch up on chat here.
Yeah, I think Saboteur hit it.
So, Michael, I'm assuming you're talking about Tutor Vision, like 1 or 2 of them in the world. I believe 2. I do have a Tutor Pro sitting right here, and that's another video coming up. I did spend a lot of money and bought. It's missing 1 chip from being a full Tutor Vision. Salvador says, I bet the slot on the side was for store to put in the latest game for. Yeah, that could be 2. Either way, the latest game, but the store could open it up and put whatever game, switch them in and out. But where to go here? Rickster says that thing looks like an IntelliVoice. It's basically like a video plexer. You can put in a bunch of cartridges, games, and a demo cart. And whenever you turn it on, and I know this just from watching Lee's video, you hit it over on the disc, and it'll cycle through the games. Now, one limitation that I saw in the video, which is kind of bummer, but it makes sense being it was a kiosk. If you're in the demo unit, you don't touch it for so long, the demo cart comes on. If you're playing one of the games, what's it give you? It gets you like 5 minutes or something like that, and then it will reset. No matter where you're at, it just resets. So I think that's to keep people from sitting there and hogging the game. Jesse of Ivory Tower Collection says, only kiosk unit I own is my Dreamcast kiosk. I don't own any kiosks, but I own a very cool piece of one. I hope I've got a few leads. Posting this has, brought up a more conversation. So I'm hoping that I get some more pieces. And when I do, I'll definitely be sharing. There are more play cables out there than kiosk multiplexers, probably by far. You used to have a video plexer, Sean. Yeah, and then I got all Sean's, and I had mine. So before I sold all my collection, like 15, 16, 17 years ago, I had like 6 video plexers. One was new in the box, 2 boxed, and like several loose. I combined all of mine and bought all of Sean's. Mike's Gaming Gala says Casey inspects the unit and finds it says made in China 2023. I really don't think that's the case, but I would cry right on camera. You guys would see a grown man cry. Yep, he sold them to me. See, catch up. Jesse says many of those units have a trimmer or knob on them to adjust the time that might be able to be bypassed, so it doesn't. I believe this is set in. There's no knob or anything like that in this one. I believe it was just set. It automatically happens. There's no knob or switch in this unit, and that would be the unit that controlled that part of it. Kurt says the retro game store in St. Louis, I think he has a kiosk. Not sure if it's complete. I can't. I think that is around Missouri. I think that might be where the guy that has one. I would have to go looking, but it's on YouTube. You can search it. Intellivision Kiosk. His doesn't have this component that I just showed you. Jesse says, not sure if the Intelli Kiosk units can adjust. Getting mixed up here. IR Geek. I have no idea what the protocol is for play cable units, but has anyone managed to code up a game server? So if you look up Deckel, he's doing a lot of work right now with the play cable, among other things. And he has something functioning, and I'm not sure to what extent, but I've been going to research it more now that I actually have a play cable. I believe they want to get it set up where you can actually have the games and bring them from your computer and actually use your play cable, so it's not a $3,000 paperweight. Intellivision Dude says Casey's going to recreate the movie National Treasure and steal the Tudor vision of independence. I might pay a lot for one, but I would definitely never steal one. It's not like you could ever show it if you did. All right, one more thing.
It belongs in a museum, Casey.
Yeah, I know. Hey, believe me, I'm far from some of these guys. A lot of guys don't talk about the stuff they have. The guys that never quit collecting, like started when I did, but never stopped. Man, if I never stopped, I'd be up there with a lot of the big collectors. I'm just beginning. Yes, you sold me multiple video plexers, not just one.
Your your room up there is going to start looking like that warehouse in Indiana Jones, where the endless warehouse. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah. I believe me, if I could, I would. So one of my next projects is I have a shop 16 feet high, so I'm going to start with like a 750 square foot second story edition. And I'm going to build a fat game room in there and move all this stuff over there. And then if I run out of space, I can just, like in a few years, build another one. My shop's 1,500 square feet, so I can just keep building on in the second story when I run out of space, which is kind of cool. Silly fingers. All right, guys. So now we're going to get into, let me put these guys back. We're going to get into a fun portion, and the main reason for this show, we're going to go over Super Pro Horse Racing and the possible additions to the game that could make streaming it more fun, playing it more fun. But my focus obviously is going to be for the streaming aspect of it. So we're going to go over first, the things that I have jotted down, either from myself playing it, from other people, shooting me ideas. And we're going to talk. You guys feel free to put your opinion on certain ones where you think it'd be good or bad, or, why or why not, or if you have an addition to it. And then us here in the panel, we're going to talk about them as well. And then we're also going to get ideas from everyone, be it the panel. Like I said, Cyrus is one of the original, if not the original horse racing guys. That's where I first saw it. And I first started out doing poker and blackjack. And they said, hey, why don't you go watch Cyrus's videos and do some horse racing. And, I reached out to Cyrus, and a little bit later started doing the horse racing live. It's a lot of fun, and more people can play. Everyone in chat versus me and poker and blackjack is kind of not the same as when you can play your own game. So we're going to go over some stuff. So the first one on my list, and I've got quite a few here, so it's going to be a good discussion. And I've already talked to a potential, I don't even know the proper term, a person that can alter games. Let's just say that. So some of these things I already kind of know if we can or can't. I kind of wanted to put the idea in his head. So number one is a new title screen, of course, Super Pro horse racing. And my idea was having a few of the horses trot across the middle of the screen, maybe like dust kicking up. I don't know, whatever he can do. What do you guys think of that? I mean, that's a simple something. Your new game, you got to have a new title screen. And being Super Pro, you can't just have a stagnant title screen. So my idea was just have the horses run across. And if you could do all the colors, I think that would be cool. Or I don't know if you'd want to limit it to 4 since that's what's in the game.
I mean, if they're Super Pro horses, shouldn't they be wearing like suits and ties? I mean, I'm just saying. maybe capes and ties because they're Super Pro.
Yeah. Super Pro. Do you guys think it would be better to have all the horses going across the screen or just 4 like would be in a race?
I'm fine with, however, anything to dress it up a little.
4? I just thought it'd be a cool title screen where it's animated, not just plain. TJC, what's going on?
Maybe they could dance.
One of the horses be named Tab. We're going to get to naming because that's on here as well.
Maybe the horses could dance across the screen with the little hats and the canes. No.
Welcome, William. He says just 4, which kind of makes sense because that's how many are in a race. And what do you guys think about the horses galloping across? That'd be pretty cool for a title screen, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So next up I have, and this is a big one for me. Or Cyrus, anyone that's going to do horse racing live, add more players. My wish is to add 2. So to go from 6 to 8 people playing, I think, oh, there we go. I forgot to disable those. So that is a thing with the Mac or iOS, and doing certain hand gestures does all kinds of things. I finally Googled it, and there's a lot of different stuff I can do. But the problem is once in a while, it will freeze me. And last week, it literally locked me up where I had to go out and come back in. So I'm going to disable those unless I know I'm going to play with them, and then I can re-enable them. But so number of people I have raising it from 6 to 8. I mean, that'll let 8 people play. If we can do 10 and fit it on there, that's cool too. So, that's another one that I think would add a lot to streaming this.
I think we should do fewer players. No,
fewer?
I'm kidding.
99 horses. So
1 week, I actually didn't have anything to do because for most of you, you may not know, we all have busy lives, but I literally, I'm old, but I have little kids. I have RC racing, not a career, but I go all over the place. I'm a promoter. I used to run tracks for many years. I just recently stopped that. Doing the YouTube stuff, which even though I don't put out a lot and it's not super high quality yet, it takes me a lot of time. It's like doing all the kids' homework, not doing their homework, but helping them.
Wait a minute.
I do. Like,
call the superintendent.
I have to literally schedule my time out. Like every day we got this, and I try to fit them as close together as I can. So like usually I'm done with this stream. I'm downstairs doing something else, or I'll go watch a show with the kids and the wife before we go to bed, trying to make it all work. But so we played 2 games because there were so many people 1 week that wanted to play, and we had new people. We didn't want them to not be able to play. So more people, that would be awesome. How many will fit properly? I don't know, but definitely hope that's one of them. So the next one, more horses in the race. So we talked about, adding 1 more, possibly 2, but I was already told that can't happen. So while that would be cool, maybe to have 1 more horse in there, you don't want to have too many, but I was told that he's not able to do that one, but I still wanted to bring it up because, someone else might bring it up if I don't say it. So number 4 was put in human name players. Like for, it'll say player 1, the amount of money. I'll be able to, with the keypad, enter in people's names where it says like 1 is Casey, 2 is Cyrus, 3 is PJ Smith. And I don't know if there's probably going to be a limited number of characters that'll fit. But I think that would be so much easier where we could actually see who's who and have our names in there. Let me try to keep up. IR Geek says nice. DJC says custom entered names would be ideal. Yeah, definitely make it easier. A lot of the stuff I'm bringing up is to make it better for streaming, but also Super Pro, you got to have more features too. Our Geek says thumbs up. Kurt Bradshaw says yes. Need the balloons for the win. I got to get rid of those things. I don't want to lock myself up. So the ECS controller for 4 more, that works if you're local. But how many of us are playing that many people local? For me, it's just having more people, and it'll work either way. If it was programmed in, that would still work. But I believe any controller works. So I remember as a kid, I had this. We just passed it around. Horse Racing 99. DJC says, so does the controllers control a horse default? That I'm not sure of. Michael might be the best person to ask for that. Like, I don't ever whip or anything, but I don't know if I hit those buttons. I don't really know what they do. If one I bet on.
If you whip, then you also nae, and then it's a whole song and people dance and stuff.
But I think what DJC is saying is make it so that every horse is on an even playing field, so there isn't one horse that has like a whip being or computer controlled.
Yeah, I wish you could disable that to where people couldn't affect it. Yeah,
for parties. That is a good disable all whipping. That way they're all even.
Well, even the computer
turn it off or on.
Yeah, the computer and everything. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so every horse has got an even playing field when you hit start.
Whipping. All right, good one right there. So max horses 4 in a race. There's not going to be more than that unless I find someone to do a whole game from scratch, which that might be an option in the future, but that's going to be a while if that happens. Here's another one. I have that one on here too, but we'll get to that one. David says, making it easier to understand how track conditions affect each horse would be nice. Yeah, cutscenes, more information that you can go to. That's on there as well. Let me catch up. Yeah, one horse is always a human player. They need to be computer controlled. I agree for streaming. That's why I never touch anything. And like someone has told me, well, if the other ones are whipping and you're not, you're kind of, giving that horse putting that horse at a disadvantage. Yeah, I definitely think that's a good one to add on. Be able to turn it on or off. William says, whipping can increase a horse's motivation or make him slow down. If all horses are equal, how does someone win? Well, they still speed up and slow down, but you're not going to whip them. Usually I think whenever you do that, they speed up and then they slow down afterwards slower than they were before. I think it's like a timing thing. So the next thing I have is I have the human players, putting our names in. I really like that one because when you're streaming, you can always see who's who. Number 5, this is a big one. This is just for me. It's pure greed and selfishness. When I'm holding that side button, when you guys are looking at the horses and seeing, how many furlongs, what horses are in it, the odds, I have to hold that button. By the end of a game, my thumb is sore. Like you can really see like the button in my thumb. So what I asked for was when I push that button, it goes to the horse screen, and then it stays there until I push the button again, saving my thumb. So, he says that one's a go. So I'm loving that one. Now, here's another one. Number 6 I have, and let me know what you guys think in chat and in the panel on this one, being able to change the number of races. So say, oh yeah, I don't have a long time, an hour for a whole game. I got a half hour. So make it where we can either totally pick how many races or do like 3 presets was my idea. We could do 5, 10, which is a normal game, or a long game of 15. So being able to choose how many races for the game. What do you guys think of that?
Or set the furlongs like
Yeah,
that's a good one too. Actually being able to pick how
set the conditions, muddy, fast.
Oh, yeah. Set your own stuff. Customize
and
your
Saboteur brought one up earlier, too, that was pretty important. You have to be able to bet, place, and show.
Pick conditions. Wouldn't you want some of these being random, though?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you could customize it if you wanted.
Customize out the whole race. Like, I could build a race, kind of like we do with bowling, where you pick all the different things and then go in.
Like build a track.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what these guys in chat if they're popping up something here.
I have an idea also.
What's that?
Make it to where the horse can break its leg and you have to come out and decide whether or not you put it down. No.
Breeder's Cup option.
Could get a little dark. I'm sorry. It's probably not. Yeah.
Salvador says if you don't touch the controllers, the computer will control all 4 horses. Huh. I don't think I knew that. He's been practicing. So Salvador does have a YouTube channel. He doesn't put out many videos, but I sub to him, and whenever I see it pop up, I'll go in there, and almost every time he's playing horse racing. He's actually, how many of you won, Salvador? 3? 2 or 3? He's up there, probably the guy that's won the most. We had to implement a new rule after the same person started winning.
You did write down being able to bet, place, and show, though, right?
That's coming. What'd you say, PJ?
Oh, okay. You did be able to write down being able to bet, place, and show.
Bet, place, yes.
That's kind of a biggie. I mean, that's a biggie.
Let me get through all these written down ones because I'm getting a lot of good ideas in the chat, but it's hard to follow them. So number 5 was the side button thing. Number 6, the amount of races, 5, 10, or 15. So you have short, regular, and long games. Depending on the time you have, you can adjust it. Now, number 7 kind of goes with number 6, and that's picking the amount of money you start with. So if you're doing a 5-race game, you could start with a certain amount, a 10-race game, a certain amount, or a 15-race game, that's a different amount. Or you could select the amount you're going to start with for any particular game. That was number 7. So I don't know what you guys think of that. I'm getting to that, Salvador. New ideas, have them ready and get me right at the end. I'm going to have to go back and look through all the chat and make sure I didn't miss anyone's stuff. Number 8 was, so whenever we're doing the race and I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm trying to call the races, keep track of all the stuff, looking at the sheet on who bet what, and then I'm trying to count the furlongs. Well, almost every race, I'm like, crap. In my head, I'm like, I forgot what furlong we're at. So someone came up with the idea to have a number above the furlong. So I always write down how many furlongs the race is. And as you go through them in the game, it'll say 1, 2, 3. And the other part to that was, you could have 2/7, 3/7. So you would also be showing, how many are in the race. But I think having the number there would be great, and I wouldn't lose track. Oh, let me make sure I don't. Mr. Poe, welcome. What is going on? Horse racing. I do horse racing live, so we're getting the process of getting horse racing, Super Pro horse racing created and make it a little better to stream. So we're having a discussion on and getting ideas. I've got a lot, but we're already getting a lot of good stuff. And then once I get the wish list all done, we're going to send it to the programmer and see what he can do. Kurt says, how about the different races like Triple Crown? Yep. That we have that stuff too. Again, let me get through this list, and then I'm going to have to go back and look at all these. I'm going to miss some of these if I don't. So the number on the furlongs, that would help when you're calling it, because I could easily glance up. Oh, that's number 6. We've got 2 more. And then I could, be saying something about it, and everyone kind of knows where we're at. So number 9, playing with the max bet. It was brought up. It kind of keeps everyone in it. At the end, say someone's way ahead. Let me get this off here. You can only bet 250. So you kind of, if you're not right there with them, you kind of you're shut out. So, but if you have, $1,000 left, that last race, you could throw $1,000 and do what you have to do to try to win. So there's an idea to play with the max betting amount, either raise it or just eliminate it, where there's not a max bet. So that was number 9. What do you guys think on raising the limit or just eliminating it? Which one do you think would be better? Panel and chat go as well.
So what's the limit right now? 750?
250.
Oh.
We start with 750. So, and mind you, we're going to start with different amounts if we get the different races in. But should there be a limit on a max bet, or should it just be open? If you have money, you can bet.
Open. This is America.
Cyrus?
I don't know. It could get out of hand if somebody gets too far ahead, you know?
It's fake money.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if somebody gets so far ahead that they don't even have to bet anymore because nobody could catch up to them, then you could have, like...
There's that balance. There's balance. The same thing, the other side of that,
You learn, though.
out of the gate, I could be like, I'm going to be hero to zero. I'm going to bet $1,000 on the race one, and then I'm out for the whole rest of how many races there are.
This is why we need trifectas also.
Maybe we could integrate PayPal, and then people could bet real money.
Real money. I've joked about it, that whenever they said, about what they've won, I said, be watching your PayPal. It's on the way. So William says, I vote for poop on the track. So
I like David mentioned having a rain effect during a wet track situation would be nice.
The what?
Having a rain effect during a wet track scenario would be very nice. David brought that up in chat.
Or have like the horses get like diseases and like dysentery.
Die, break their legs, they get diseases.
One of the horses like
said, make the horses poop, and William voted for it. Roger says, no, Poe, you mean Herbie Hancock. I missed that. Break it up. See, I was told that's the only thing that we can't do so far is we can't add any more horses unless the whole game is made from scratch. That was one of my things. I don't know how many you'd want. It might get too crazy. No one would ever win if there's too many horses. But I definitely thought a fifth one, possibly sixth. But he says he can't do it. So
there's a workaround for that. 2 Intellivisions.
That's true.
That's true. But all the bettings. Oh, 2 at once. Oh my! I would have to have you on to do that.
Hey, you know what? You're either on board or you're not, Casey. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we would have to both be on here, split screen, each doing one of them.
Wow. Yeah, 2
Rain
to 4.
effect, yeah, I think it can be done. I added that one. So now that was the bulk of my main ideas. Some of the other ones that I got from other people, and some things that I would be nice, but not something I really, really need. So IntelliVoice support could kind of be cool, but that's not an easy thing to do well. And he has no interest in doing new samples for IntelliVoice. But my ideas were, you could have in key moments, like, and they're off. Or saying the furlong number whenever you passed. It could say the number. The title screen could say, Super Pro Horse Racing. I was going to go over some other. What is there anything you guys think in case this does become a reality? What are some of the sounds? Nothing crazy, not a whole bunch of them. Just what are some key sounds that might work in horse racing?
I got one.
What's that?
And down the stretch they come. That's kind of a generic one you hear a lot.
That might take like 5 minutes with IntelliVoice. And
down the stretch they come.
Exactly.
Chat, you guys got any good ones? I'm trying to keep up here. Any other sounds? I thought maybe like the horse that wins, it could say,
the horn.
By a nose or.
Well, they already do the horn sound though. They already do that, right? Okay.
Like at the end, like when they cross, it could say like, yellow wins by a nose or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of
the color name like blue.
Let me catch up on chat here. Lots of good stuff coming in on chat, more than I'm used to.
You could do like Gauntlet.
There's no limit.
Blue horse needs food badly.
Pooping horses. Hashtag pooping horses from Chuck. Definitely trifectas.
Yeah, you got to have that.
All right.
I think you should have Quinellas also.
Richard says poop. We definitely, he's going to be laughing when I send him, can the horses poop? Kurt says, make it a choice. Yeah, that's a good idea. You can select like an option with a limit. You can set a limit or have no limit.
Limitless.
Let me trying to keep it somewhat organized here.
Remember, this is the sport of kings. I mean, we got to be thinking, a certain level here.
Yeah. Can we integrate like that scene from The Godfather when he comes and tries to negotiate and he's like, Johnny Fontaine never gets that part, and then it's like he has to, you know what I mean? Wakes up in bed and the purple horse. Yeah, there you go.
Also, this is interesting. Salvador says the ceiling that you can win is capped at 9,999. So if we do some of this other crazy stuff, we would have to see if another digit is possible.
Well, yeah. That shouldn't be that hard, I wouldn't think.
Money cap.
Things are always easy when you're not the one that tested.
Yeah.
Hey, Cyrus.
Oh, yeah.
Cyrus, you knew that was a real horse, right?
Do what?
You knew in The Godfather that was a real horse, right?
Look, I'm not trying to traumatize the audience right now, okay?
Well, that's definitely a good call out, Salvador. And here's another good one. Sean says, only have no max on the final race. So everyone could be all in, or that's definitely a possible cool idea. No max, just on last race.
Box betting would be so nice. IR Geek for box betting, but that's going to be really
I'm trying to get
difficult.
there. I'm trying, guys. There's just so much good chat interaction on this one. DJC says, option to send to the glue factory. So if it gets diseased or breaks its leg, we can send it to the glue factory, have a little like cut scene for that.
Yeah, have the little jockey get off and just start yelling at the horse, and the horse gets sad.
Woo!
Yeah.
Willie says a little man comes out and shoots the horse if he goes down.
Oh.
Woo! We're getting violent.
Yeah. Wow.
The horse whips out. TJC says, Willie, yes, LOL. Oh my gosh, I'm still not even close to caught up. Let me catch up real quick. Tracks, if muddy, then a brown track, grass green. I thought they did change color. I don't always know what they are, but I think they change color. Don't they?
It has conditions. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it. Because like sometimes the track, like back here, it's like the tan. Sometimes it's green, so it's changing. Oh yes, and down the stretch. That's that same one. Yeah, that's a good one for a possible sound. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that at least in this version, unless we do one from scratch, this version is most likely not going to have IntelliVoice support. But that's just really an extra. It's not something that was really going to make this stream better. Salvador says the mud track is brown. Yeah, see, is dark green on Intellivision. They do change colors. Now DJC wants to do like, what's that old racing game? I can't think of the name where you're the motorcycle.
Road Rash? Road Rash.
Yes, Road Rash. Horse racing rash.
Like you want like Beyond Thunderdome, but it's horses. Like, what are we doing? Like they're not just racing; they're being chased by marauders, like with swinging like maces and stuff.
Well, the jockeys not only can whip their own horse, they can whip the other jockeys.
Ben-Hur, the game.
They already have the whip.
Yeah, Ben-Hur. Yeah.
Fire Geek says great minds. Willie says I can encode a voice actor into IntelliVoice code. Yeah, you guys have been doing some amazing stuff on some of these new games with the voices. David says winner. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. I'm gonna go quick here. Mr. Poe says horse poop sounds duh. And the winner is another sound. And the winner is Mr. Ed sound effects. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. How about B-17 bomber?
It might be a little. There, it looks like he's about to win. The Blues about to. Oh, he got hit by a bomb. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Dropping a bomb.
He
DJC says, William, I want to be a voice. It's a photo finish. Hey, there's one. And if you had so many, you could just have it be random. Like if you had 5 different or a few different voices for finish or taking off, you could just randomize it so it's not so repetitive. Yeah, that's definitely one of the things. I have a few more things, but it's already been brought up too, is naming the horses. Famous horses from history or funny names. Yep, photo finish. The horses stops to pee. Takes 2 brown tiny pixels to make it poop. This is number 1 important. There's a whole lot of poop in this one. Another poop one. The horse poops when it's whipped too much. Quins and box betting would be nice. What's quins?
Quinella.
Quinella.
Quinella is when you, instead of betting an exacta, let's say I bet the 2 and the 3, they can come in whatever order. They don't have to come in exactly in the same order.
So you don't have to pick the winner. You could say, I'm going to bet on 3rd and 4th.
No, I'm going to bet on the 2 and the 5. One of them will come in first. One of them will come in second. I'm not saying which one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you could bet on it, any of the horses to get a certain order. The horse that comes in last gets punched in the face by its jockey like Blazing Saddles. More violent.
Mongo mode.
Eric Lamb. Add some spectators drinking mint. Oh, that's... Yeah, but they'd be on the side it's showing. Or side that's not being shown, I mean. But that having a crowd would... Or cheering. I think they already do cheering.
Well, if they're not being shown anyway, we can just say that they're there. You know,
with their big hats, their giant
37,000 in attendance today for this. You know, name the races would be something too. Name races again. This is all just wish list stuff. I don't know how much of it's going to get done, but if the bulk of the cool stuff is able to be done and it makes it for a better stream, especially saving my thumb and adding more people to play, those are my main 2 things.
Can we do like NBA Jam, like big head mode, where they have like the giant heads?
For the jockey or for the horses?
Whichever. You could do both, you know.
Big head. I'm almost caught up with chat. Michael Hayes, I couldn't allow this. That was close. B-17 bomber on that one. IntelliVoice to horse racing would make the best Intellivision game. Yeah. Like I said, we probably have to shoot that for the next one. If we do a game from the ground up, there'd be more things we could implement doing it that way. But for this one, that won't be an option. No IntelliVoice support, but the ideas, I'm going to have them all down. So if we ever do go to that other game in the future, we kind of have everything already laid out. Spiker has a crowd cheering. Yes, Eric, you really need to get an Intellivision. I need to just message me sometime, and I'll try to find a good one for you and just send you one. This is the guy that you're going to have to show proof, though, if you play Intellivision games. This isn't like the Specky world where you can just say you did it. TJ, he's beat TJ's game, but he forgot to take a picture of it. All right, so I'm finally caught up with chat. So the next few things, cutscenes using famous horse names in history, you know, like a little cutscene and the horse walks up or something. I don't know if those are doable or if that'd be something like to put in the whole new game, but that was another idea that came up. Oh yeah, here we go. A winner's circle cutscene.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that one. And all these great ideas, I really appreciate. That's the whole point of this. Kind of everything I could think of, everything that people were sending me, and then now we've bringing them all up and chat, you know, either whether it's adding on to an already their idea or something new. It's all great to jot down. We're talking about TJ's game, Eric, Invasion of the Cloud People. It's just getting ready to get a physical release, and I'm getting the first copies besides him. And he died on the last level. Yeah, that one's brutal. It's a game for the Specky next.
Good name.
So TJ Ferreira, if I'm saying that right, if you guys don't follow him, the guy is amazing to watch. He's he has a very unique personality, and he's fun to watch. He cusses. He plays all kinds of things like Specky Next, Intellivision, Odyssey, Atari. He has all kinds of retro computers. He goes over a wide variety of things, and It's just, he's fun to watch. One of the first people when I came back collecting a few years ago. So I bought an Ngo and then a Next because of his game, just so I could play it. And Eric's also one that plays it. We got another vote for Winner's Circle cutscene +1. Sean says yes as well. Yeah, I really like that. I think it would be fairly simple to do. Whatever horse won, you know, you can have them trot across. Winner's Circle, you know. What would that Winner's Circle look like? I don't watch horse racing. Would it just be like a horse? Would you have like checkered flag? Would you have like something being thrown down on the ground? Just, you know, winner red and the horse trots up. What would that look like, guys?
You put the floral wreath around the horse's neck. Usually you got a trophy or a cup of some sort the jockey holds. And yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Yeah, you can put a big cup there, whether he's holding it or not. You know,
I really don't know what's significant. I mean, are you going to do that for every single race?
It would just be a standard one, I'm sure. It would be the same one. Whatever horse won, it would insert that color for the cutscene, maybe. I don't know how that works.
Are you going to add like what, a 30-second cutscene to every single race, though?
I don't think it would be that long. It would be quick. But like I said, this is a wish list, so this isn't like everything's going to make it in there. This is all the cool stuff we thought of. What can you implement? That's how we're kind of doing this. But it's great to have all these ideas. And
what if you could set, like, you race like 10 races, and after each race, whichever horse does the worst, or however many horses there are. What is there? How many horses are there?
4 race, but
4.
But I mean, like, total. There's like I don't know how many horses.
8?
But anyway, like 8. Okay, so say you have 8 races. And whichever horse does the worst on each race gets eliminated, like a battle royale. And then at the very end, it just comes down to the last 2 horses that race.
So I guess, but there's 8.
8, yeah.
That's a good-looking overlay.
Sorry, I missed part of what you said, Cyrus. Can you repeat it one more time, please?
Oh, I'm just joking, but I'm saying, like, what if you had like 8 races, and that after each race, whichever horse does the worst, they shoot it, and it gets eliminated, and then it's like a battle royale, you know?
I heard everything up until the shoot it part. So
I mean, they should be able to code that, right? I mean,
I'm sure they could.
What's the problem? I don't understand what the problem is. It should be easy.
I haven't got too far in Parsec, but I do like it. That's a blah blah woof woof game. DJC's been playing it. It is very challenging. It's very hard. PJ says it's great. Up in the circle, roses around their neck, and you said your options, and he said, "There you go. I'm just a little behind." A horse with maybe a wreath around it. Yep, wreath. Have like a cup there, whether the jockey's holding it. You could have the jockey off the horse too, right? I just have a figure standing there and the horse right there, and then him holding the cup and the
taller lady standing next to him.
David says, "Doesn't the winner drink milk?"
A taller lady. That's funny.
DDC says, "I love this community. This is going to be badass. I really think it's going to be fun to play. It's already fun to do, but if we can add in some key things and get some of our wish list, it's just going to make it that much more fun." There's like 4 or 5 things that, man, if he could do them, I'll be super happy. And then anything else is just, you know, icing on the cake. Horseshoe, yes, horseshoe wrapped wreath. Champagne spraying during the winter scene. I don't know if will you be able to do that on Intellivision champagne bottle. What did David say? Doesn't the winner drink milk? That's the Indy 500. Iron Geek says, good point. Winner circles should just be a trot around unless the end of some tournament mode or some sort. Too many cutscenes would drag the game out, I think, unless it was every 3 races or so. Or, yeah, unless it was something quick, just a few seconds, like even if it's just something that like trots up and it just popped, it's there. I don't know. It just ideas. We can work on the ideas once we get them all in there. So the other thing I thought, because sometimes, you know, like I'm going on and I'm going to do, say, a head-to-head with someone and they end up not being able to make it, or something happened in my personal life, which this hasn't happened yet, and I wasn't able to prep for, like, say I was doing a show tonight and I had a family emergency and then I have no data. I come back last minute. I just play a game instead. You know, it's like it'd be nice just to. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I switch it up is what I'm saying. Sometimes I don't do what I was planning and I just do something last second and don't have all the time to plan it out. A static winner circle cutscene, nice, short, and sweet, just showing it.
Boom. Yeah. Even a still.
Yeah, even a still, or maybe just like see some trot real quick over, or just show the jockey and the horse there, even if it's just a few steps or just kind of there. And the wreath and holding the trophy and to have the color. I don't know if it's possible if you could just set, okay, this horse run one, insert this, go color horse, or if it all has to be the same horse color. I don't really know.
A big giant purple horse. That's what I want. Standing
giant
there.
horse raising all the other horses.
Yeah.
You know, if it was only one color,
horse.
if it was only one color, you'd almost have to pick like a horse that isn't in it. Then it would never be right or wrong. Salvador, thanks for stopping in. Says, great stream, Casey. Got to run. Really looking forward to seeing how this ends up. Yeah, me too. It's a lot of fun. This was a good topic to have, especially, you know, since you got two guys in here that, you know, have run these horse racing events, and getting ideas from everyone in the chat. It's going to make for a lot better game in the long run.
And a degenerate who's just been to a lot of horse tracks. So
that would be you.
That would be me.
I've never been to one.
Translation, our consultant. Our
horse racing consultant.
Expert consultant.
DJC says Ghostbusters did cutscenes really well. Yeah, they did. That game looks great. And again, another plug for that. If you guys have not went and ordered your horse racing Ghostbusters Ultimate Edition, go check that out. I can give you the email. I'm getting the two confused right now. I think it's sb.orders2024 at gmail.com, but I'll have the link in the description. Go order that, get a copy. Once they're done, they're done. So don't regret it later. Trying to get to 100 so we can get a CIB treatment in that one, as stated earlier in the show. So have the winner's circle, but the losers are in the back of the barn. Oh, that's true. You can have like the horses in the back corner right there, and then have the winner right there.
Or have a guy just shoveling back there, DJC. Giant pile.
And if you had the jockeys, they could have their head down.
They could have the horses on a conveyor belt going into the sausage factory.
You lost 4 races in a row. Kurt says, I should be a jockey on the Intellivision game. Our Geek says, cool, I'm a big fan, a racing fan too. Used to go religiously when I was back in Kentucky. So I don't even think there's horse racing track around me. I'm in California.
Oh, yeah, there's horse racing tracks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They're not year-round, but there are horse racing tracks. They have seasons.
I've never heard of one. I mean, I've done everything from karting on a national level, go-karts, full-size cars. We do all that kind of racing, but I've never seen or heard of a horse racing. We got the Sacramento Mile for, oval track dirt bikes. Maybe they do horse
racing. You got the buggy racing, the sulkies.
We do lots of rodeos. So I live in Oakdale, which is self-proclaimed cowboy capital of the world.
You're going to have to either keep your hands down or watch with your gestures, because you keep...
Am I throwing stuff up?
You keep locking your thing keeps freezing up because it's trying to figure out what you're doing.
Your IRS gang signs.
I meant to turn that crap off. So shovel and poop. Yeah, we're getting to an M-rated game here. All the horse killing, shooting, maiming.
I think we might be.
Poop.
I'm going to go out on a limb, Casey. I'm going to say some of this stuff might not happen. Some of this stuff.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Yeah, a few of these things might not make it. I might be like, "Are you kidding me?"
I don't want to be negative. I'm not trying to
That's my job.
Okay.
So IR Geek says Santa Ana. I said there's great California tracks. I've never seen or heard of one.
Santa Anita's world famous.
So this is the noob question for horse racing, but do people go to not gamble and just watch the events and pay to get in, or does everyone that go gamble?
Yes. They go to gamble. No, they go to gamble.
for me, that's just because every racing event I've ever been a part of, people go to do it or to watch. You know, people gamble too sometimes, but I didn't know it was just gambling. So, all right. So the last one I have were different modes, and I didn't even know what that could be. If we had a different kind of a mode, it was just something that got thrown up. You already kind of do a tournament because you're doing 5, 10, or 15 races if we get that one. But does anyone have any ideas, chat or panel, of a different mode you can do? Like maybe we could do, you know, a number of events this one, or at the beginning you could pick this one and do a different kind of something. I don't know if there even is a possibility. It just got brought up and I wrote it down.
All right, here's an idea. We dump everything and make it dog racing.
They almost look like dogs.
The races are way shorter. They're way faster.
Oh, those guys, some of those dogs, it's like, holy crap.
They all wipe out in the first corner.
They said, but it is great entertainment. So obviously not everyone's ballers, so you could go and just gamble a little bit and just watch and have fun, right?
Yeah, the $2 bet. That's what horse racing is all about.
No matter what it is, like betting on, like my Niners were just in the Super Bowl against your Chiefs. Even though if I thought they were going to win 100%, I never bet big money. I do it for fun. So right. I would want to go and watch and have fun and bet, mediocre amount, whatever it is, but I wouldn't want to be doing crazy amounts. Right here, Roger says, and get drunk.
Oh, yeah.
That you got to have alcohol where you're betting because people get drunk and suddenly they want to spend all kinds of money.
Usually good food at the track, too. Usually you can find good, like a good little burger stand, or somebody's got a little taco stand or something like that working. Little things at the track.
I might have to look up how far that is for me. IR Geek said there was a track, so I'm going to see.
Kurt mentioned, Kurt, what's the name of the track in St. Louis?
That's way far.
Yeah, but I was just thinking. Every kind of major city has a horse track, more or less, or they used to.
Thanks for stopping in, DJC. We will see you Thursday, if not sooner.
I want to say it was Sportsman's Park, maybe in St. Louis. I can't remember. I used to know the names of all of them.
Eric says he's going to the Kentucky Derby this year. Just a big party. That's the only race I can name. The Kentucky Derby.
The Preakness, the Belmont.
All right, I got an idea for this. Whatever we're going to call it, Super Pro
horse racing.
Yeah. So make physical copies, and you make multiple boxes, each a different color, the color of the different horses.
Nice.
And then you only sell like a certain number. They all have numbers, and then those numbers can be used in the betting. And if you win, then you win an actual trophy for that year that gets shipped to you and you can keep. But if you want to keep the trophy for the next year, you have to donate a certain amount of money. I'm just, we're monetizing the hell out of this. Come on, let's.
And then if you get 3 friends to start selling Amway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you want to keep playing, you have to keep putting your dues in every year.
Right,
and
like new skin.
Membership. Yeah, horse racing. Yeah. But it's not gambling.
Big tracks like
it's not a shopping. It's more of a trapezoid.
But that does bring up one other thing that I didn't talk about that I have thought of. So, yeah, Eric says microtransactions. Oops, wrong one.
Fairmont Park.
PJ, it's called Fairmont Park.
Now I know what it is. Now I hear it. It's been 30 years. Never nailed it.
There's a reason that I've been saving all the winners, and I plan to talk about it every so often. And now, Grant, there I go again. This isn't going to be something that's every time we do horse racing live. So what I'm going to do is, those screens you see, I'm trying not to put my hands up. The screens you see where you can put the little spinning wheel and you put everyone's name and it just spins and the winner gets something. Well, what I'm going to do is every time you win, you get kind of a ticket in, and every so many months, I'll give away a homebrew or do something fun and put everyone that's won. If you've won 3 times, you got 3 names on there, however many there are. You spin the wheel live, and that person's going to win something, whether it's a homebrew game I have, something I got donated, a regular 120, just something, have real prizes. And there's also, we could do seasons. That was the other thing. Seasons, kind of like what we're doing in bowling. We could do like a specified number of events, and whoever wins either the most races or the most money, like have like a total, like say I didn't win this race, but I got like, $3,000 in it, and keep a running total, however many races you do, and then have a winner and give away real trophies like I do in RC racing. That was the other idea that I had to kind of give back, make it a little more real. You could have the simple thing was like Retro Bliss Gaming gives away stickers for game challenges. You can make decent sized little cool stickers,
That's a
and
good gift.
everyone
That's
get
a
something
cool
like
gift.
that mailed to them. Like if you
we could do this we could do something more real, Casey. We could have the horse racing club, and everybody puts their annies up, or so so to speak, and the money is actually representative of what. Never mind.
Everyone PayPal's a certain amount of money, and the winner gets a PayPal.
Yeah, well, this is a joke. I'm not serious. We're not doing that.
The house.
Let's calm down.
The house
Everyone, calm down.
of all bets. Kurt Bradsaw says, "Sure, a Spiker CIB. I barely have one, Kurt. I did have 5 the first time I collected. 2 were CIB, and 1 was loose with instructions, and 2 were in the bags with variant labels. But I will never have that again unless I found them cheap by accident in the wild." Yeah. David says, "Just give Salvador the trophy now." So that reminds me, something else that we did, and we ended up not doing it the whole race because people are pretty close most of the race. So after race 5, so 6 through 10, and obviously this would change if we had the different race options, is the person who's winning has to bet first. And the reason we did this, if say you're trying to catch someone and you're ahead and you see the only person close to you, just bet the same thing they're betting. They can never catch you. So it wasn't fair to just have a random order go, make the higher person bet first after so many races, and kind of curtail that thing where and I've done it. That's just part of the strategy. You see someone, it's like, well, if I bet the same as them, or don't do this, or don't, you can basically seal the deal without actually finishing.
Hey, I had an idea, Casey. Let me know if you think this sounds stupid or not. But like,
wait, is this like killing horses, or is this
no? This is a real idea. Hey, that was real too. All right, no. Anyway, what if there was a randomizer? Like, if you wanted to bet, but you just wanted, you didn't want to pick. You just wanted to be like, let the computer pick for me. Like, just let it randomly pick. The horse and the type.
Like fantasy football. It just picks it for you.
Because sometimes people can't decide. Like a lot of times when I'm doing the horse racing thing, people are just like taking forever to decide what they want to do, and they're just like, I just want to play. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like you could just say, okay, random, and it just randomly picks whatever.
Roger says he'll take the multiplexer if he wins. Dude, I've been sleeping with that thing for 2 days. I'm not giving it up.
Oh my god.
That was a joke with the play cable. I went back to the room and I told the guys, I'm sleeping with this thing tonight. It's not getting out of my, grubby little paws. No one's going to take it. And so then when I got this, I told the same group, it's like, guess what I'm sleeping with tonight? The wife's out. That big old plexer's in.
Whoa. Get some little pajamas made for it.
Gotta have some bubble wrap. I don't want to hurt it. So now I remembered earlier when I said I lost where I was going with that, and I kind of just switched it off, and now I remember what I was going to say. So I was saying sometimes plans get changed at the last minute, and what I was going to do switches to something else, like, I'm not doing that now because someone couldn't make it, or the person I'm interviewing maybe had to cancel, or I had something in no time. Last minute, okay, we'll do horse racing. So I don't promote it. Sometimes not enough people come in. One time we've had it where we didn't have enough people to fill a game. And one of the other ideas, and I don't think I said it, was say we put it up to 6 or 8. or it stays at 6 and we only have 5 people, can we add an AI player? Would that be something that would
Oh God, yeah. You got to do that. Yeah, you got to do that.
What if one day there was only 3 of us?
Exactly.
Like adding AI player, would that be something that you guys, chat and panel, start throwing up your comments? Would it be cool to be able to switch over however many you want to AI players, or should that not be a thing? Panel?
I mean, if it kind of is already that way, it just doesn't let you set it. You know what I mean? Like
they're not
the horses.
betting. I'm talking about
yeah, right, yeah. Like just have the
fill in
computer.
other slots with AI. I think that's a good idea.
You could set that person where it's kind of like it's a person doing it, but every game it would just be like a random. The computer would play the whole game, not like one, and they would bet on everything random and be a part of the group.
Just doing 5 people if you wanted also.
Yeah. So what you're saying is like instead of it only having 3 people playing, you could have 10 people, but 7 of them are AI or whatever.
I don't know if I'd go that many, but like at least where you had like 5 people playing, or you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It keeps
I don't see why not. I mean, if it can do the calculation, I don't know. I don't know. Is that asking too much? I don't know, but that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was just like I said, it was just something that came up. Let me catch up with chat here. Where we go? There we go. Sean Olsen, was that the last one or the one before that? Lost almost every race and still was right there at the end. What'd you win? 6 or 7? He won 6 or 7 races in a row, but it wasn't like the big money stuff. And Salvador, I think it was Salvador, got way ahead. But then, wasn't it? Yeah, Big Block won the very last race by a little bit. And Sean says, but you did sleep with it. I did not. He's talking about the play cable of PRGE this year in October. I told everyone I did, but I didn't. Well, I guess it was on the nightstand in a box underneath a shelf, but that's not sleeping with it, Sean. If that's the case, you slept with it too.
This is
these are +1s, and yes, for the AI players. Yeah, assigning computer players is that. I think that would be something cool, even if it's just to add a few more. If you're on a low turnout for that week, I think it'd be a good option. I don't know. And you would also have to beat them. You know, they're just going to be random. They're not going to be. It's not going to be anything, detailed, or they're not going to be super smart. They're just going to randomly this color, this amount.
Did you have trifecta on the list?
Yes, trifectas.
Awesome.
I can't even remember what it is, but I have it down.
First, second, and third, exact order.
Oh, okay. So all 3 in the right order, right?
Yeah, you can do a perfecta. You can do you do a 4-1.
Basically, whenever you do that, it's going to be bigger money if you win, but a bigger risk, and most likely you're not going to get it.
Right.
Like if you did all 4 horses, I mean,
whoa,
just like at a real track, it's impossible.
Whoa's right. What'd I just say? No, Roger. The joke was that when I got that play cable, I was so excited. I told the guys, I'm sleeping with this thing tonight. And I just meant holding it so nobody could get it from me, not the other thing.
Look, in this day and age, people do things. You can't shame him for that,
So
if someone identifies as an Intellivision,
this guy down here, this Kiosk Plexer, I'm rating it right there with my play cable as my, one of my top things. He says I probably dressed it in a wig too. Jeez, it's already 8:00. We had a whole good discussion, chat involvement, lots of great ideas, and we still have a game to play. Is everyone good on time, or should we? What are you guys like on time? I know it's late for you, PJ.
We have a game to play.
Yeah, we were supposed to play. I didn't think we had so much good discussion and things from the chat. It just took forever.
Well, maybe we could do a little bit and then schedule a full thing for another time.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So just to give anyone that hasn't seen it, give them a little taste of what we do in Horse Racing Live, and then do like 3 races or something.
I'm good for 3 races. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I don't even in this setup. I think it's just going to be Oh no, I can do this and have you guys off to the side, huh? And then just when I switch over, let me catch up on chat here, and then we'll get in. We're just going to do a 3-race game for anyone that hasn't seen it. Kind of give you guys a little bit of a sample because it's getting late.
This is not the super pro thing. This is just the regular.
No, just regular horse racing. The other one doesn't exist yet.
It'll be a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
couple
by
weeks
Thursday.
in 1 year.
He may not have slept with it, but he definitely cuddled with it. There's no question about it.
Wow.
He hugged it hard.
I'll be honest. I'm still like a kid at Christmas. I'm like still super excited. I just came up here and I kind of forgot about it for a little bit. I walked up here and I seen it and I was kind of like, whoo-hoo.
I almost want to see you hook it up.
Just like
All
when
I know
I see
isn't it-
Piker, the play cable, or the Arabic console, or the Arabic games.
Well, if you hook it up through your RGB modded console, it's going to look really good. With those 10 carts in it, probably.
Yeah.
You ought to plug it up on the air.
It's going to look better than it did in its original kiosk.
I'm like I said, I'm gonna do a video on that, and I'm gonna not test it before. I'm gonna do the video, set it all up, and it's gonna be recorded, obviously. But my real reaction is gonna be there, and I'll show it inside and out, show it working or not working. And
if you do it live, we could put bets on it. We could take some money.
Yeah, we could bet on that.
Who thinks it's gonna work?
Is slot number 3 going to work? Is slot number 5?
Yeah, there you go. I want slot number 3, 7, and 2.
I want to televoice 1. I want to box it with the 7 and 8.
All right, guys. Guys in the chat, first 6. Who wants to play? We're just going to do 3 races. So I know Sean said he wanted to play. So I need 5 more. Let me switch over.
If you don't get enough, we can play. Like if you don't get enough people,
there usually is.
Okay, cool.
I usually have only one time I had that problem. So we got Sean in number 1 spot. We got Roger number 2. We got Rick number 3. This is Rick's first time playing. IR Geek will play. David will play. Last one here. And Kurt. Is that right?
Nice.
See, like right here, we could easily use 8 or more right now. So, Cyrus, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
So, today, you guys are going to get a treat. You're going to get someone calling it at least one of the races that did it originally. He is my sensei. So let me switch over here, guys. Edit names. Need to just put a dot, get that off there. Is there a way to take off the name completely?
I think so, but
I thought there was, but I can't remember how to do it. Or maybe they had a custom one.
I don't know.
A dot, at least that's less intrusive. All right, guys, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. I got to hold this button down. So that button thing, I'm going to push the button, and it's going to stay on this screen while I release the button. And then I'm going to go so long, and I can push the button again to go back to this screen. No more holding the button. That one's going to be awesome for me. So, again, we're going to do 3 races. We will have a short race winner, but there will be an asterisk on that win.
Just like Roger
Right,
Merritt.
so here are the horses. Max bets $250. It's going to be 9 furlongs. Muddy conditions. We got white, pink, blue, and yellow. So go ahead and place your bets. You can bet on a single horse, or you can bet on first and second in that order. Go ahead and place your bets. We're all even. We're just going to do whoever pops up.
These numbers by the horses,
The odds.
these are the odds for. Okay, I got you.
All right, so Roger is 100 on yellow. And these odds will change as you enter in horses. So I don't enter in anything until I enter them all in, and then I come back in here and show people what it looks like before you race. All right, so Rick is going with 100 on yellow. Or sorry, 100 on white. Someone else popped in there, and I read the wrong one. Kurt, 100 on yellow. IR Geek, 100 on white. And the last, I meant to read it. The last time we played was February 6th, and Big Block won. He won it in the last race. So David, 150 on blue. We're just Sean. There he is. 100 on yellow. So we got no exact bets, just single horses in this one. It's kind of risky. 3 races. We've never done that before. All right, so let me get these in here. Number 1. See, this is where I'm talking about, where it says 1, the dollar sign. In between that, it would say we could put names. So it would say Sean there, and number 2 would say Roger. It'd take just a quick little bit to stick it in there real fast, but it would be nice to have the names in there. So Sean is 100 on yellow. Oops. And then we got Roger with 100 on yellow. We got Rick with 100 on white. IR Geek with 100 on white. David is number 5. 150 on blue. And then we have Kurt in the 6th with 100 on yellow. All right, so now let's go back and look at the odds after all the bets. Again, it's 9 furlongs, muddy conditions. White 5-2, pink 7-1, blue 3-1, yellow 3-2. IR Geek says, by the way, something else they should add when multiple players is a timer, just like at the track. Timer. I think I'm the built-in timer. All right, Sean, hurry up. Let me add that real quick. Just put it down. Timers. All right. Do you want to call this one, Cyrus?
You sure? I'll do that. That's cool.
All right. All right, guys. Here we go. Cyrus, you're up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start. It's the white, violet, blue, and yellow, and they're off, and it looks like blue's taking the lead right away. Blue is the blue streak that will not be denied. For some reason, that blue horse is just crazily talented and cannot be stopped. Yellow is coming up behind. The other two forgot they were racing. They're off doing something which we won't talk about. But it looks like blue is actually going to win this. I don't see any chance that any of the horses is going to come in close. Maybe yellow. Yellow is not giving up, but blue is just like, hey, I'm racing. I'm winning. That's what I do. I'm blue. Did you forget? That's what I do. I win. But yeah, yellow just hanging in there. Yellow is picking up a little bit. Yellow might come back. Yellow, something is kicking in with yellow. Maybe it's the drugs. I don't know. But yellow is coming up. It's creeping up on blue. Yellow could actually smell blue, but now it's neck and neck. It's nose and nose. And here comes yellow. Oh my God, what's happening? Blue is falling behind. I think one of the hooves must have got caught on a rock or something out there. Who knows? But yellow will not stop. Yellow now is in the lead. Yellow is the leader. And it looks like yellow is still racing way out in head now. Blue falling so far behind. Yellow might actually come up behind the other horses. We still don't know what happened to them. They might not even exist. They maybe never did. And yellow comes to the home stretch and wins by a landslide. Wow. I cannot believe that race. Is there another horse somewhere? Yes, there's white. And there's your race.
So winners for race 1, Sean, Roger, and Kurt. 3 winners in race 1. They all bet the same amount. So we've got a 3-way tie for the lead, $900 each. And then we have Rick and IR Geek at $650 and David was $600.
That was a great race.
I can't believe blue lost. Blue was out in head the whole time. and then yellow just turned on something. It found that fifth gear or whatever, and just burned right past blue.
That was a great race. That was fun.
This race is 8 furlongs. It's almost as long as the last one, just 1 furlong shorter. It is dry conditions. We've got pink returning, blue returning, 2 new horses, orange and red. So go ahead and place your bets. This is race 2 of 3.
Wow.
All the strategies you guys have come to learn are out the window in a 3-race series.
So yellow is not in this one. Blue is, though. We know blue's good from the first one, but will it matter?
Can I do a handicap selection?
Stu says, "Wolf, my phone died. Yellow took a piss."
If I had to pick a horse based on blue fading in the last race, this being a shorter race this time, I don't know anything about orange and red. I think I'm gonna stick with blue.
There's nothing there. So IR Geek 200 on orange. Forgot I'm supposed to click these up. 250 is the max bet, so I'll just adjust it to 250. 250 exact the bet, orange then blue.
Ooh, that's a big bet.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a big bet. Whoa. Keep an eye on that. David's
going to be 100 exact the bet. David's going blue, then pink. Sometimes I got to look too, because sometimes people put horses that aren't up there, and I just write it down. Then I go put it in. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Kurt's going to go with 100 on orange. I think on a 3 race, unless you get lucky with the exact single horse bets or the better odds, there's no time to make up for it. All right, so races. Roger is doing 100 on orange. Remember that race that orange won almost every race? It was insane. Or was that yellow? I think it was orange. We've had a few that it's just crazy. The same horses keep winning. So Sean is doing 200 on red.
Wow.
My phone.
They're all over the place.
Was red in the last race?
No,
red's one of the new horses.
Oh, okay.
Red and orange, so newcomers.
Sean is number 1, 200 on red. Then we've got Roger going 100 on orange. Number 3 is Rick. He's going max bet, first max bet of the day. He's going to go exact bet. Wow. First one of the day also. He's going with orange to win, blue in the 2. Then we got number 4, IR Geek 200 on orange. Make sure I don't screw this up. David in the 5, 100 exacta bet. He is going blue to win, pink in the 2. And then we have Kurt Bradshaw, 100 single horse bet on orange. So we've got 4 picking orange to win, 1 picking red, and 1 blue. 3 horses are there. Let's go back and check those odds.
Race.
Again, this is 8 furlongs, 1 shorter than the last one. Dry conditions. Pink 19-2, blue 11-2, orange 1-1, red 3-1. 4 of you picked orange to win. That's 1-1 odds there. All right, you're gonna do this one, Cyrus, or
you want me to, or you can do it, whatever you want.
I do them all the time. If you don't want to, I'll do it. But if you want to do a couple, there's only 3.
Yeah, I'll do another one.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we set it for the second race, and these horses are chomping at the bit, and they're off, and it looks like blue is coming out fast, but yellow, is that yellow or orange? That's orange, excuse me. My color palette is all messed up. Red is pulling out way ahead of everyone. Red is some kind of super horse. Red might be on the horse and not just be a horse. Blue is trying to come up behind red. Oh my God, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. These horses are fighting. It looks like red and blue are going to come down to blue will not be denied. Blue leaves red behind, but red still hanging in there with blue. Red can smell blue. Blue can feel red creeping up. The tension is in the air. The mud is flying. The dirt is in their faces. These 2 horses want this win. They want this more than they want to do other things, but we're not sure which one will win yet because it could be either one. It could be. Oh my God, what is happening? Here comes Pink. Pink is it's red. Oh my God, it's red. It's blue. Pink is coming. Yeah, orange is still hanging in there. But here comes red. Red's not gonna let it go, and there it is. And red wins.
The favorite horse that 4 of y'all bet on to win came in dead last. Sean, the only winner this round. He won last one as well, and 200 on red this time. Clear leader, $1,500. This will be the final race, guys. So if you are not Sean, you need to be doing an exacta bet. Only chance you've got.
I can't believe what I just saw. Like that was
what a race.
Every horse was doing something interesting in that. That was even what was it? The orange horse that was it was behind, but it started to creep up.
Yeah, such a fader.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
All right, guys. So the last final race for tonight.
Every race.
6 furlongs on turf. Here we have a new horse, green. All the other horses are returning. White, orange, pink for its third race, and green. Get in your bets. Like I said, if your name's not Sean, or Sean Olsen, I should say, because some of you guys, I'm not sure what your names are, I would do an exacta bet, max bet. Only way you can have a chance to win. Because this is the final race for this shortened version. This is where that shortened version of the game would be cool. Like whenever you're doing a show and you want to play one at the end, you can run a shorter version, but have the whole game be complete.
Wow. We haven't even seen green yet.
Less than 5. Come on, guys. Get in your bets. There's David.
Pink.
Ooh.
Listening to good advice. Back to bets. So David, 250, white and green.
Man, all in on some of these.
Gotta be. It's the only chance to win with the last race. So
everybody's going exactas. Everybody's got exactas.
250. They're taking great advice. Green and white. And then where we at? Rick, pink, and then orange. There's a lot of different strategies. And this isn't the strategy if it's a 10 race, but 3 races makes it totally different. Roger doing, he knows, 250. Green and then pink. And then Sean's doing 250 orange. And where's Kurt? Orange and pink, 250. So when I do this in OBS, I've changed it up, but since we're doing it on the show, you know, I had to use StreamYard, but I've got graphics like a horse racing live up top. I put the game screen. I'll have the Intellivision console down at the bottom, and I've got me on screen where the blue and the running man is, and then in a small one, kind of like what you guys are. And then below it, I have 1 through 6, and I put people's names in, and it shows it on the screen. I used a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet, and then I was going to make it where I could actually put in the money everyone has in between rounds while I'm holding the button waiting for bets. But now, you know, with the new game, we might not have to do any of that, because if we can get the names and the amounts and all those cool things, I won't even have to worry about that. All right, so Sean did 250 max bet. I try to put 2,500, I guess.
Entering all those names on horses and players is going to take a little while.
The dud of a horse from last race. He must know something we don't. So Roger's doing 250 exacta bet, green, and then pink. And then we've got Rick, 250, pink and then orange. Another exacta bet. Everyone else on exacta bets as they should be. Pink and then orange. IR Geek number 4, 250, exacta bet, green and then white. Then we've got David, 250, exacta bet, white and then green. A lot of green.
Let's hope.
Kurt, 50, Exactabit, orange, and then pink. All right, so all Exacta bets except for Sean, your leader. Here we go. Let's check out, again, 6 furlong, shortest race of the 3. Turf, green 5-2, white 9-2, orange 2-1, pink 9-2. The odds after all bets.
Interesting.
You got one more in you, Cy?
All right, I'll do it.
My voice from talking this whole show, I don't know if you could hear it. It's kind of cracking.
I got you. I understand.
All right, here we go. Plus, it's cool for someone to hear how you do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like a beautiful day for a race. And they're off, and it looks like pink takes off to a quick lead. Orange coming up behind, but white and green do not think that this race should be lost that easily, so they're hanging in there. But orange is staying up. Pink looks like it's trying to find some footing. Oh my gosh, it just turned on the jets. I don't know what's going on, but white, something's going on with white. Is it going to come up? Is it going to stay back? It's trying. There is a lot of struggling going on in the back there, but it looks like pink is the current leader, and green looks like it has a little something, but it doesn't quite have it. White and pink, it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, are your 2 front runners. White is trying to get around pink, but pink will not let it. Pink is stopping it at every turn. It's 1 in the white, 2 in the pink, and this is almost over. And oh my God, white's falling back. Pink wins, and pink always wins. Wow. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
No winners due to the Exacta bets. So Sean,
wow,
well, but he will be the winner and the overall money leader. There it is.
Wow.
It was
That's
close.
crazy.
It was
someone could have taken it. Someone could have taken the whole thing.
That's that's the fun thing about horse racing on this is it's anybody's game. Up to the point to where, like, it does get to a point where you could just, people can't catch you. It does get to that point, but it has to get really out of control for that to happen. But the racing could be, any horse could win or lose at any time. Absolutely.
Yep. All of a sudden, I've seen him just go to almost a standstill.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this game. It's fun. I can't wait to see the changes.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I had as a kid, didn't really know anything about gambling, but we figured it out and we would play, and whoever had the most money, and we used to whip the crap out of them, and we didn't really know what we were doing, but we could play. All right, let me go back here. Let's see. All right, well, that's going to be a show. Had to do a little bit of a shorter of a horse racing live, but we had so much good feedback from you guys, and I'd like to thank everyone. I know a lot of people have left. It's really late, especially on the East Coast, but everyone that put it, came to watch and put in information and commented on things, even though half of them were about poop, we got a lot of good stuff. And I'd like to thank my panel, Cyrus and PJ, who also happen to be my Thursday night bowling team. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for helping out. It was a really good show. It was a fun one to do, and I look forward to seeing what these enhancements can do and make it better to play. I mean, there's so many cool things that we've come up with, and I can't wait to see what they can actually do. So
yeah, thanks for having me on, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know you usually go on late. Do any of you guys have anything coming up on your channels?
I was gonna do something tonight, but I'm pretty tired, so I'll probably do it after we're gonna bowl tomorrow, so we'll see if I want to do it tomorrow after that. But yeah,
no, we don't bowl tomorrow. We bowl in 2 days.
Oh, so okay. See, I'm all messed up. So I'll do something tomorrow, and then we'll bowl the next day. Sorry. Wow.
Yeah. Practice.
I'll probably have a Funko Pop coming out sometime this week, but I'm looking forward to bowling Thursday night.
Because I didn't know what those were. All those things on the wall behind him, that's what he has a big collection. What's it called? Funko Pop?
Funko Pops, yeah.
They're like popsicles. You eat them, right? No, I'm just kidding.
They're like little bobbleheads.
Probably know what they are, but I didn't before PJ.
They're like little bobbleheads.
Oh, you missed it? I'll show you again.
It's pretty cool.
So, Kurt, let me pop it over here on the big screen real quick. Here's the back side that would hang. here is the part, much like the KC that would go into your console. Here is all the demo carts and game cartridges you would have on display, and there are 2 slots for the IntelliVoice. And then here, I'm not sure what this one's for, but this one is another, you could put another game in. And someone said that this might have been at the side and people could bring their own game. Someone else said that maybe they would put the newest game in there instead of, moving them out. I'm not really sure, but this is one of my prize pieces. And I really hope, I have a few good leads already. I hope to get some more pieces of that kiosk, and I hope to eventually have at least most of one. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll definitely do a video on that soon. I'll show the inside. We'll find out together if it works or not, because I don't know yet. So, but all right, guys. Well, I thank everyone for being here. Next Tuesday, we're going to have a show, same time, same place. I'm going to do a mail call segment, and we're going to have one interview as long as they're able to still make it. And then, like always, I will bring whatever news I have on the week and the results of week 6 when the Star Strikers take all 8 points this Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
We still can't even catch up if we do that, but we'll be within a few points. And that will, I just want to see it interesting at the end. If they're ahead 35-10, that's going to be boring at the end. Nothing matters. But whenever it's all on the line at the end, that'll be more fun, more stress.
There's always the playoffs.
Yeah, then we don't even know what we're going to do yet, but we're going to have 2 weeks of playoffs.
We're going to compete. That's what we're going to do.
I'd like to take the exacta on Casey and PJ. I want to put 200 on PJ. No,
PJ and I tied with the series last week, so that was the high series. I'm still one of the lower bowler averages, and I've been the high series guy 3 of the 5 weeks. That tells you how crappy I bowled those other 2.
Well, the whole Intellivision 2 thing, we're not even going to talk about.
Right after those weeks, I would bowl because I'm so, what is going on? And then I bowl like 250s and 60s, and I'm like, why can't I did that in the league? All right, guys. So make sure that you watch Thursday's Bowling League if you got some time. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it. And next Tuesday, we'll have another Intellivision show. I hope you guys enjoy them. We had a lot of people here that haven't been here before. The numbers for people watching were great. I seen it slope off, but that's because it's really late for some of you, and I appreciate those that watch, and especially even more those of you that stayed up late, like PJ. He's way late, but he stayed up just for the show.
Star Strikers.
Star Strikers. All right, guys. Well,
wait, Star Strikers.
This was definitely one of my. This was definitely one of my favorite shows, talking about a game and enhancements that we actually play live. And next time we'll do a full game. This was just, time ran out, so we got a shortened one, but it was still fun. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Panel, stick around. That's going to do it.